jaw. Okay, there, we got that. So load. Jaw. The hunter. Okay. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. We gotta make sure everything's okay. And that you can hear me. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hello, hello. Gotta make sure it works. Hello, hello. La 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 la. Gotta make sure it works. Why is the screen jumping? Okay, but I guess you can hear me. So let's get back to it. I got to my bedroom and dropped onto the chair. Well, this is an interesting way to start the holiday. I don't remember what happened. I closed my eyes and tried to relax. Oh wait, he's here, okay. Make sure he's alright. I should probably make sure he's alright. The light in the hallway is off. Hello? Hello? I'm not at work. I'm not at work. Bye. Okay. Sorry, that was work. I was trying not to disconnect. That would have been horrible. The light in the hallway is off, so I have to stumble around in the darkness to find the light switch. Did you shower in the dark? Why don't you knock before you go in? Okay, thank you. I thought you just went in. It was like, how are you showering in the dark? Hi. Nah, that's fucking messed up, dude. I lightly knocked on the bathroom door. Jill, is everything alright? I waited patiently for an answer, but I only received silence, so I decided to open the door and peek into the bathroom. It seems like JUNORU is not there. He might have gone to his room. I head to the guest room and knock on the door. Suddenly I hear a voice behind me. Were you looking for me? Were you looking for me? I jumped up in surprise, turning around. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Thank you. But I was able to manage on my own. If you need anything, let me know. JUNORU regards me with a smile before turning away. Well, good night, Mr. Guy. I watch him return to his room. Maybe I should take a shower too. Duh. Finally clean, I closed the bathroom door behind me. With JUNORU here, I feel so much safer. Maybe I should tell him about those creepy stalkers I have. Number one, on the stalker thing. Don't say my. Never, because the stalkers will think you're close and have some type of relationship. They don't care if good or bad. So yeah. Never say my stalkers. Say the. He may know what's going on. As I head through the hallway, I noticed a light from downstairs. To my surprise, JUNORU is just sitting in the living room. The dim lighting makes him even more mysterious than ever. He's got a crystal or something. Hey, what are you up to? Miss Sky, unfortunately my mind is so active I am unable to sleep. I can understand that. I get us each a glass of water before taking opposite to JUNORU. With a glass of milk, it helps you sleep, I hear. Anything you want to talk about? Oh no, just overthinking things. I tend to do that when I'm alone. Okay, speaking with you does ease my mind. However, is there anything you would like to share with Sky? If you insist. Well, I feel like someone's been following me lately. This creepy zombie lady attacked me yesterday. You must think I'm crazy, but the way she behaved was so strange. Worry shimmers JUNORU's eyes as he listens to me. You're not even looking at me. I don't think I'll risk going out at night again. Well, that's good. You shouldn't be doing that in the first place. I'm worried there's more of those creepy people. I reported the incident to the police, but they didn't seem to take me seriously. I believe it would be best not to report any further incidents. Why not? Isn't that what the police are for? Naive. More people are getting hurt, you. Because, Mrs. Guy, I am terribly sorry to have deceived. Oh, shit. Deceived you. And true. I am the one to spread the rumors about the demons. Of course, there's no demon. There's only dangerous people like that woman you have described. Ah, you're the one that caused the whole thing with frickin'... What's his face? I can't remember his face. Okay. I know you, Corrado, and that double dude. I can't remember with H or something. I had to ensure everyone knew something dangerous was lingering in the village, and JUNORU rubs his gloved hands together. I sense guilt in his uneasiness. I'm not upset. Whether there's a demon or just dangerous people, you did the right thing. But JUNORU, why did you hide this from me? We didn't know you. At first I wanted to warn you without frightening you. Now, however, the situation became worse than I anticipated. JUNORU leans forward in his seat, hiding his face in his hands. I get the impression that he still does not trust me enough to tell me everything. Like I said, he don't trust you. If you think it's for the best, I'll keep this between us. I just hope I won't run into anyone else. Like that woman, it was seriously scary and grotesque. Even the drunks don't try to bite people. Nah, there's some drunks that will try to bite people. If you're going to stop them, I want to help. I appreciate your offer, but it's rather complicated. He lets out a sigh, runs a hand through his hair. I am not certain what to do either. I wish his disappearance and reappearance would end the same as anyone else. Even if I had a solution, the situation does not allow me. I made mistakes and consequences and pulled you into this sky. For that, I am sorry. It's not your fault. Yes, it is. It's not your fault I was stalked you. It happens more than often than I'd rather admit. Junoro smiles faintly at my attempts to reassure him. It is getting late. Although you are on holiday, you should make sure to rest well. You're right, I'm going upstairs then. When I wake up again, I glance at the clock. It's 3 a.m. Witching hour! I feel a little chilly in my room. I rub my... Oh, are you sure you left that thing open? It feels chilly in my room and I rub my eyes and notice I left the window open. I roll out of bed, stand on wobbly legs. It'd be bad if it started to rain on me. After closing it, I drop back on the bed. You could have just done that on your bed. On your bed, just gotta lean forward and shut it. I drop down the bed and bury myself under the blankets. Not long after laying down, I feel annoyingly thirsty. God, is that thing affecting her? She got bit, and she's like, that's kind of the thing where like you get really thirsty or so. Can't sleep like this. I head over to the kitchen and through the darkness. Since I lived here forever, I can easily walk around with my eyes closed without bumping into anything. I hate waking up in the middle of the night. I do. It's nice, you look out and you're like, ah, so nice. With my thirst quench, I rolled back into bed and let out a satisfied sigh. As I stretched my arm, I hit something unexpected with my hand. What the? I turned my head and found myself staring at Junoro's back. Why is he sleeping in my... You. Oh, I look around and realize I entered the wrong room. Oh no, oh dear. Oh no. Please tell me I didn't wake him. I sit up carefully, trying not to wake him, but I noticed something soft. I cannot resist the urge to confirm it by reaching out and touching his bare hand. Is he on a light? Oh my, he's really cold. Joe, hey, are you okay? His eyes remain closed and he's unresponsive. I desperately call his name. Junoro, please wake up. As my pants begin to bubble over, Junoro finally stirs. What? Oh, this guy. He stares at me in confusion. Before carefully sitting up, I take the opportunity to jump out of this bed as quickly as possible. It's not what you think. I feel my cheek heating up. You pervert. There's no way to explain such an awkward situation. I was worried about you. Your body felt so cold. Not like I was trying to feel it. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is how I am naturally. gazed at him in disbelief before grabbing his arm to check again, but Junoro gently pulls away. I'm sorry to have to worry about you, but I am completely fine. He reaches out to stroke my hair, which only makes it harder for me to calm down. Okay. I am trying to think of something else to say when Junoro suddenly stiffens and shoves me away from him. Just trying to respond to his sudden action, I am shocked even further by a loud noise as Junoro jerks back. Oh shit, Chain's here? Yeah! Chain! The fuck? My heart plummets in my chest when I see who stands in the doorway. Cold, familiar eyes peer at Junoro and me over the barrel of the pistol. The cripply guy mask? I glance back to Junoro. I notice a red stain gone on his shoulder. I sit back in panic, reaching towards the injury before pulling back, realizing how bad of an idea it is. Jerry! Look at his face, he seems unbothered by what must be a painful injury. Instead of glaring at his assailant, you won't get away this time. The simple words draw me out of my shock, and I turn back to Junoro's attacker, position myself between the two men. Move. How dare you break into my house and attack Junoro? Just who do you think you are? Chain risen an eyebrow, whether at my question or my audacity to face a gun, I do not know. Are you the one that's making the villagers disappear? And then I finally realized what sort of person would commit such act. My heart races in fear, but I continue shielding Junoro. You're the serial killer, aren't you? You, the one everyone's been talking about. Don't accuse people of crimes without proof. If you are the culprit, why are you after Jew? Because I want to put an end to the murders. He's your real criminal. I glanced back at my friend in disbelief. Instead of defending him, Junoro meets my gaze for a moment and then turns away looking sad. Do? I am grateful for your kindness, Miss Guy. Well, what are you saying that now? I am so sorry to have involved you in this, but he is telling the truth. Huh? Oh, I do. That can't be true. Naive. Chain takes advantage of my confusion and rushes forward to forcefully yank me off the bed and stabbing Junoro in the heart with a dagger with the same fluid motion. I pull my... Hold on, let me take this off. Okay. Pull myself to my feet as quickly as I can, only to stare in horror as Junoro calmly pulls out the dagger out of his chest. Chain makes an irritated sound, stepping back, reaching into his pocket. Junoro gives me a small smile as he drops Chain's dagger to the ground. Maybe you never meet again, Miss Sky. I do not have time to rely before Chain pulls out his gun again, leveling it at Junoro. Junoro dashes through the window, opening it and leaping out into the night as Chain fires multiple shots in his direction. A few bullets hit him before he makes an escape. Chain and I race to the window, but it's impossible to see anything within the darkness. Jill, I can't believe I sink onto the ground with my legs starting to feel heavy. I ignore Chain as he makes another irritated sound and holster his gun before turning to pick up his dagger. Chain snorts and the sound distorted and strange to the mask. I can't believe you protected that thing. Jill is not a thing, he's my friend. The man sighs in irritation when he speaks again. His tone is someone speaking to a particularly stupid child. I mean, yeah, your friend your friend isn't even human. He's a murderer, and you prevented me from stopping him. You don't know what he's capable of. How many more are going to die before we catch him because you couldn't stay out of the way? Neither do you, apparently, General. General just blatantly admitted it, and the character's being blinded. Neither did you. General isn't a murderer. Chain sighs. Oh, I like his eye. I really love his eyes. Chain sighs and crouching down to look at me in the eyes. You know what the living dead are. Vegetables where people die and rise from the grave. Do you know what they eat? No. Zombie flesh! They eat people. Do you want monsters like that running around? No, but are you trying to say General some type of zombie? Yes, he is. Remember the bandages around his neck? I slit his throat wide open, but he still escaped. That's absurd. Nothing you're saying is possible. Are you an idiot? No, not even if he is some sort of zombie, is a good person. No, he admitted it to you. He's like, I'm sorry, but he's telling the truth. He admitted it himself. Get out of my house. Whatever. Bye. Chain shakes his head as he stands up when I get to follow him to the front door. Don't ever come back here again and stop chasing my friend. Chain snorts but does not respond. Stepping out onto the porch, takes my advice and stay out of it. There are more living dead in this village, and they all aren't your friends. With that, Chain disappears into the night. I knew there was something strange about that guy. No wonder June was wary of him. He knew what he was dealing with. I have so many questions, but it sounded like he wants me to stay away. Wherever. What if I never see him again? I shook my head and closed the door before turning to my room. I cannot help to feel anxious. There's nothing more I can do right now. There's no way Jews behind all those murders. If I have to, I'll find the real culprit to prove it. I spent the morning worried about General, hesitant to look for him in case he truly doesn't want to see me again. After a few hours, I finally decided to stop by the old man. Just stop! He told you to stay away. I tried to peek through a nearby window, but a layer of dust rendered the glass opaque. Jim, are you there? I shouted his name a few more to no avail. Where was the secret entrance again? I fumbled around with the wall and searching for a hidden switch. Stupid wall, secret wall door. Resigning to myself to the fact he either is not there or refusing to see me, I head home. Over the next 3 days, I continue searching for my friend, but I have no luck. I always walk home in the tight feeling in my chest. I hope Shane hasn't gotten him already. I find some newspapers on the doormat and take them to the living room where I find that he's dead. An article in front of the page catches my eye. Another victim has been confirmed in the serial murders plaguing our village. Kiro Hitoshi, age 40, was found in a dumpster this Sunday morning. Kiro, who has been reported missing 2 days prior, is believed to have been killed between 11 p.m. Friday and 3 a.m. on Saturday. But JUNORU came by at around 10 p.m. and it was still her when I woke up at 3 a.m. If he was at my house the entire time, he couldn't be the killer. Or is it possible that June knows this and still thinks of himself guilty? I have to find the truth. He's taking responsibilities for his brother's death. Standing in front of the country mansion, I shouted my friend's name at the top of my lungs. Ah! As expected, there was no reply. Desperate, I began knocking on the windows as I peered through them. It's too dark for me to see anything. I fumbled around to the side of the house trying to locate the secret entrance, but by some miracle I managed to open the passage today. I glanced around the main, she's gonna find bodies. I glanced around the main room, JUNORU is nowhere to be found, but I soon noticed a faint sound coming from upstairs. He is eating! We're gonna catch him eating! As I follow the sound, it becomes clear the faint sound of crystallization into strumming resonance on the piano keys. The melody is gentle but sad. The song, who could be playing it? A half-open door catches my attention. The music seems to originate from inside. I approach the doorway, peering through to find JUNORU seated on the bench of the grand piano. He seems very focused, yet his expression is filled with sadness. I listened quietly for a few long moments. All of a sudden he stops playing and glances at my direction. I slowly moved into the room, blushing awkwardly. Why? That was a beautiful piece, Jill. He smiles faintly at my compliments. I suppose I should have expected you to sneak in again, Miss Sky. I'm glad you enjoyed the piece all the same. It's called Dark Nights. That's the game we're playing. JUNORU averts his gaze, staring at the piano keys as he addresses me. Why did you come back? I believe I made it clear that we should not meet again. I still have many things to ask you. Besides, I think you're innocent. Across the room, I hand JUNORU the newspaper, pointing at the relevant article as he skims through it. I remind him that where he was last night, then where waited for him to draw out his own conclusions. You can read it yourself. I don't understand why you accept the blame put on you that night. General remained silent for a moment, thought in deep. Miss Sky, please come here. He shifts to one side of the bench, making a spot for me. Across the room and sit down, watching him as I wait for a response. Did Chain tell you anything about me? About what I am? He told me you are one of the living dead. He was telling the truth. I'm basically a walking corpse. General pulls the bandages on his neck down, exposing a scarf across his throat. I stare at the injury until he gently lifts my chin, bringing my gaze to meet his. You may touch it if you wish. I assure you it's real. The only way to kill me is to remove my head. Any other injuries is merely an inconvenience. This body functions different from yours. Even if I'm chopped in half, I do not feel pain. He leans forward, offering his neck for inspection. I trace his wound down with my finger. The skin is cold to touch. When I give JUNORU a concerned expression, he pulls away from me and straightens back before pulling the bandages back onto place. I apologize for crossing your boundaries. I should have not have showed you something so grotesque. I'm not bothered at all, Jill. I'm just glad you're being honest with me. Did you not say you were scared of people like me? Are you comparing yourself to those who attacked me? General, you're totally different from them. Even if you're a little different from me, it doesn't change the fact that I like you. As a person, I hurriedly turned away as soon as I realized what I blurted out. General chuckles at my reaction. Thank you, Miss Sky. In truth, there's many things I've hidden from you. I apologize for rejecting the dinner you worked so hard to make when I stayed over. This body cannot break down food well. But I saw you drink tea though. Liquid is different. In short, I do not usually eat unless I need to heal an injury. Jane told me that you eat people. Is that true? No, Juno pauses and takes a deep breath before continuing. I apologize, Miss Sky. No, I do not consist on human flesh. Oh, that's good to hear. Eating it would allow me to heal faster, as my body could replace damaged cells more easily, but there's no need for me to consume it regularly. So you do? I neither kill or eat people. I use the alternative method of regular food. It is painful to heal myself this way. However, I find minor injuries are not worth the trouble. I cannot even begin to imagine what my friend has gone through. I gently wrap my arms around his torso, embracing him. General seems frozen for emotion for a moment. Then I feel his arm wrap around me too. As we pulled away from each other, I noticed he was now smiling. After all, I said, it seems that I am the only one who is most surprised. I cannot express how I feel, Miss Sky. He's playing, he's playing. I already told you, didn't I? I personally, it's the personality that matters most. That said, the corpse that was found last night, you know who did it, don't you? You're sharp, as always, Miss Sky. My brother, Roya, is the one responsible for the crimes as of late. So you've been covering up evidence for him? Yes, he told me he was only attacking certain people, but I still wish he'd told you. Why are you taking responsibilities for his action? You're your own person, Sue. He is the only family I've left. It's natural for me to protect him. And it's obvious by this point, Roya is also living dead. Although we are fundamentally different, he requires human flesh in order to sustain his existence. I stare at him, horrified. These demon rumors have turned from lies to truth. That is what I'm most guilty about. There isn't a way to stop him. I have tried, but there's nothing more I can do. JUNORU rests his elbows on the piano, appearing more troubled in the moment. I cannot simply allow my only brother to die, and yet I'll watch as he murders the villagers either. I have quite the dilemma on my hands. Why don't you talk to him? We talk to him together. Two minds are better than one. Miss Sky, it is better if you... Hey, this is my problem too. I lived here all my life and if I have even the smallest chance of making this right, I want to do whatever I can. Uh-huh. Okay, I had to write something down before I forgot. I gave JUNORU a determined stare. Before long, he gives in. You will not simply drop the conversation, will you? Of course not. It seems I have no other choice. Then I will accept your help on one condition. Do not tell anyone else about this. The state of the village is already unstable. It gives him a thumbs up and nod. She's going to tell someone. Either purpose or accident. Well, Miss Sky, I'm glad you stopped by, but now would be the good time for you to be on your way. My brother may wake soon. This is the perfect chance, then. We can talk to him together when he's up. To be honest with you, I do not think now is a good time. I do not know what has been going on in Roya's mind lately. As if cue, the footstep began down the hall, and the door slowly opens. A tall blonde stands in the way. Hey Juju, I thought I heard you talking to someone while I was in the shower. Miss Cutie again, huh? What good timing, we were just saying we needed to talk to you. That's unexpected. Rara attempts to approach me, but Junoro blocks him. I'll chill, Juju. I'll chill, Juju. I'm not going to do anything to her. Do not call me by that weird nickname. But you're my adorable little brother. Why not? Their chemistry is ever puzzles me. Junoro almost made Roya sound like a crazy person he is. But he seems fairly harmless to me. Then again, I shouldn't assume anything just yet. Yeah, don't assume stuff. Roya, we need to talk about those incidents. Roya looks in my direction, tilting his head slightly. Did you seriously tell her everything? I could not. Is she even trustworthy? If not, well, you know the drill. Blind approaches me once more, his mysterious eyes gazing into mine. I almost feel like I'm being hypnotized, unable to look away until Junoro steps in front of me. Roya, I'd appreciate it if you stopped attempting to imitate our guest. Now then, why don't we take this conversation downstairs? The blonde snorts and pats his brother on the shoulder before walking ahead. We make our way down to the living room. I planned to have a serious talk with Roya. I did that thing with the finger. The serious talk. But it feels awkward now that he really has joined us. I got itch. I got itch. I got itch. I have a itch on my back. The three of us sit in silence until I take the lead. Raya, is it true that you're the one who's been murdering the villagers? What makes you think that? Junoro told me everything. You'll be caught if you continue chilling. And who knows what will happen to you then? The man shoots me a mischievous smile, although his eyes are filled with poorly hidden contempt. Well, Miss Know-it-all, what else am I supposed to eat? Or are you offering yourself as a replacement? I might stop killing if I have an entry as cute as you. Junoro clears his throat, deliberating, interrupting his brother. Roya, please, take this more seriously. I suppose I'll have to if my adoring brother asks me to. Then, what do you expect me to do? Are you about to the sky? I offer my mouth to speak, but I realize he has a point. Ooh. I vaguely remember Junoro mentioning something about him and his brother body working differently. Well, if that's all you wanted to say, I'll think about it. If you excuse me, I have something to do. Chew, can I get the keys? Never mind, I'll just deal with it. Have a good night, Miss Cutie. It's more, wait, no. After Roy leaves, Juno clutches his hands together and lets out a deep sigh. Sorry, guess that wasn't very helpful, huh? It was not your fault, Miss Sky. He was not taking the situation seriously. Were you frightened of him? I sincerely apologize for his crass demeanor. No, it's okay. He just came a bit off. Despite what you have witnessed, he can indeed be serious at times. Even still, I do not know how to reach him. Especially when it comes to villagers, we only find ourselves in disagreement. As much as I do wish to admit the reality that he often kills villagers for reasons other than consumption. I see. What he did say he considered what I said. I hope he keeps his word. He said he'll consider it. He doesn't mean he's going to do it. It has been a while since he last listened to someone. I cannot predict his action, but I truly hope he will. Nah, he's not. He's going to make it 100 times worse. Me too. By the way, where's he going? I believe he went back to his room. He does not go out every night, so there's no need to worry over it. Oh, that reminds me. Please do not explore the mansion beyond what you have already seen. Why not? It's his house. Stop telling him or asking him. Just accept it. Rhoda sometimes leaves his leftovers in the rooms. Chillings down my spine from the thought. Oh, okay, I get it. Anyway, I guess I should be going now. Would you mind if I came back tomorrow? Why? Quite frankly, I am surprised you wish to return. Of course, you are always welcome, dear Miss Sky. Please allow me to walk you home. Thank you. So many things have happened today that my mind can barely keep up. I can phrase myself to finding the serial killer within a short amount of time, but that leaves the next problem. Stopping Roya from killing innocent people. I was raised by parents who only believed in silence, and the living dead seems like a fantasy. Not really fantasy, because that could happen. Where your body is like kind of activated still, and then whereas like in balance, you're not there, but your brain's still active, and so that can be science. The more I think about it, the more curious I become. I yawn and put the blanket up to my chin, like I do sometimes. Well, I don't do it to my chin, but I have it to my neck. To my chin, my eyelids start to feel heavy, and I fall into a dreamless sleep. Oh shit, I need to save. Day 16. Dot. I wake up at the sound of the door slamming from somewhere inside. I sit up and peer around the room. What was that? I'm sure I locked everything this time. I stepped out. Is it going to be Corona as a little bunny or something? Step out of my bedroom to check the hallways. There's nothing but silence. Where did that sound come from? A zombie, as if answering my question. I noticed movement in the dark. Show yourself. The floor creaks as the shadow creeps closer. I quickly try to find the light switch, still unable to recognize figures. I fumbled with the wall, but then I realized who my villager is before I can turn on the light. Is it Chain? Nope. Oh shit! He's gonna make it 100 times worse, and he's gonna grab you and take you, dude. Ryan, what are you doing in my home? Aww. I was hoping for a stronger, more scared reaction, Miss Cutie. Breaking into someone's home isn't a joke. How did you even get in here? You didn't lock the door. Anyone could have walked straight in. Yeah, right. I remember to lock it this time. If you broke the light, you'll have to pay for the repairs. Oh, don't make me look bad. I just wanted to see your cute face again. In the middle of the night? What are you, a pervert? Anyway, go back to your brother. I'm sure he's worried about you. Nah, he'll be fine on his own. You, on the other hand, have loneliness written all over your face. I didn't ask for your company. Rose steps forward and grabs my arm forcefully. Really? Oh shit! It's an auction! Oh, what should we do? What should we do? I'm so thankful that it's not. You can do be polite or kick him. I say we kick him. Oh, it's violent achievement. What the hell are you doing? I try to pull my arm back, but Roy's grip is too strong. With all my might, I attempt to knee him in the abdomen. We are getting violent, Miss Cutie, and aiming for the old wound too. You surely know your stuff. It's been at least a week since he's gotten that injury. It hadn't healed yet, which probably means my attempt to kick him again, but the blood effortlessly blocks it with one hand. He seems amused by my annoyance. You're too fun. You're too fun. I should save you for last. So you can't eat me, huh? The man grins mischievously as he rubs his chin. Maybe. I am curious how you taste. I stepped back in surprise, mentally preparing myself for the worst. You take me way too seriously, you know. We can play around another time. I came here for something boring, but more important. His gaze turns serious as his smile disappears. I only want to confirm something. You haven't told anyone about the incident from earlier this week, have you? You mean what happened in the storage room? I kept it to myself. Well, I don't think you're lying. Huh? You honestly believe I'm the one behind the villagers' murders? Do you? General has an alibi, but I don't have any reason not to believe you're the culprit. Besides, even your brother thinks you did it. I am hurt, Sky. You really are trying to pin my own cute brother against me. Shame on you. There's more things happening in this village than you know. Have you noticed that the populations of the living dead has been going up like crazy? You mean those zombie-like people? I guess it's true that I'm responsible for creating them, but lately they've been going out of control and attacking the villagers. Of course, if there's any victim that survives the attack, they can easily turn into the living dead themselves as well, which means they can only multiply rapidly. My brother and I have a different form of the virus, so we aren't contagious like the others. We are artificially made to see. My eyes widened in shock. Anyway, the missing people are long dead. My point is, you don't need to help us. Keep yourself locked up in here, and nothing bad will happen to you. Promise. What about the living dead around town? They're dangerous. You'll only get in the way if you try to help. The next time I'm hungry, I might take care of them myself. Maybe. All alone? You're getting ahead of yourself. You're underestimating me. Well, I'm off. Don't tell my brother what I said, or he might end up getting hurt himself. Wouldn't want that, would ya? Does General know about the living dead are multiplying himself? Doesn't matter. Anyway, if anyone finds about this, make sure you put all the blame on me. Leave my brother out of it. I softly agreed to the request with a nod. Despite fundamentally disagreeing with Roya, think of this as making us even. I didn't forget that you helped me when I was injured, Sky. Roya smirks before leaving me alone in the hallway. My impression of Roya has changed again. I have mixed feelings about all of this. Jiro has a right to know what's going on, doesn't he? Oh shit. Oh. Once I am sure I am alone, I double-checked all the locks and returned to bed. Next day, I walked down the street, suddenly approaching General's home. It is dark. I should really tell him about last night. It might worry him even more. I suddenly noticed someone standing under the street lamps with the light casting shadow over their face. I could not recognize the figure. Chain or zombie. I really stepped closer, only to be unpleasantly surprised. Chain? The man's cold blue eyes shifts towards me as if breath audibly shows. You shouldn't be outside this time of day. The living dead are already out. What, already? Chain walks off without another word. Seeing his broad back, I am reminded of the moment he attacked Junoro. I won't ever forgive him for trying to harm Junoro and Roya. Unable to contain my anger, I sprang after Chain and raised my face. You are dumb! Raised my face before my punch could even connect. The man flipped around and grabs my wrist. Even though I was in his blind spot, his reflexes are amazing, enough to kick him. What are you doing? Look at him! King shoves me away, glaring at me with a clear killing intent. Don't act all innocent. You're trying to kill my friends. Do you even know what you're accusing me of? You're a real weird one. Pot, meat, kettle. What is that? Is that like claim they're the same too? Pot, meat, kettle. people's houses to assault people at first sight, and in who then the right one wears a gas mask in public. Shane turns silent as he considers my thought. Once terrified, he crosses his arm. First of all, I don't assault anyone at first sight. I carefully follow them. Before taking action. I'm not the one of those mindless living dead. Secondly, I don't break into people's houses for fun. As for the mask, I'm just sick of the smell of death. Anyway, why does it matter? Because it makes you look suspicious as hell, duh. Oh shit, he took his mask off. Shane puts a hand behind his head and begins to remove his mask. As he does so, my eyes widen at the surprise of that is his experience. Do I still look intimidating? The man waits for my response, but I remain speechless. He snorts before putting on his mask back on. If that's all you wanted to know, I have a job to finish. You should be grateful for me for stirring those monsters. I clench my fist and glare at the man until he disappears. In a short while, I arrive at the country. Why the fuck are you doing that? The country's mansion. As I moved to the side of the house, I noticed a large hole in the wall. Did one of the brothers break the wall too? Well, it was easy the first time. I could hold the thought. I head into the passage and arrived to the main room. Jill, are you there? Nobody replies, but the mansion is large enough that he may not have heard me. I take a seat on the couch, waited patiently. General did warn me not to explore. Minutes later, I do not hear any sounds. Should I go looking for him? I should be sitting here for hours if I don't. In the end, curiosity wins me over. The hallway is dark. As I search for the light, it thankfully does not take long to find. Farther down, I find fresh droplets of blood on the ground. Could these be from Roya's victims? I wonder if I'm on the right path. Jim, are you here? The bloody trail leads me to a closed door. I brace myself for the worst as I open it. You girl is dumb. I always say that. As I opened it, just one peek, and I can run away anytime. The steam filled my vision, quickly reminding me this was a washroom worth, yet the bathroom appeared to be occupied by a masculine figure. Roya! Roya! A familiar chuckle answers me, raising goosebumps on my skin. I avert my gaze as I only to discover the bloodstained clothes that look like butterfly or leaves. Clothes hanging nearby. I wasn't expecting yes. Did you step into the orange, Mr. Cutie? No, I'm sorry, I didn't see anything. I rushed into the hallway and closed the door behind me. I saw nothing. The more I think about it, the more it takes heat up. I do my best to push the thought out of my mind. But I don't want to walk in on you too. I should probably head back downstairs. By the time I settled on the couch, you should have ran out. On the couch, Royal comes down the stairs. His hair is still damp. Looking for Juju, are you? I'm sorry to say, but he'll be out for a while. Oh, I'll come back later then. Wait, it'd be rude of me to send you off after you came all the way here. The blind sits on the couch, facing the opposite of me, though I instantly feel uncomfortable. I do not want to miss the opportunity to learn more about him. Would you like a cup of tea? Don't take tea from him. He will make you go unconscious. No thanks. Suit yourself. Oh, do you have a crush on my brother, huh? What, huh? Why did you say that? He's always been unpopular, you know? I'm glad he's finally getting some attention. Wait, really? He's so kind. I can't think of a reason why people would dislike him. Well, he lacks confidence, which is probably my fault. I used to be the country here, but it turns out my parents weren't big fans of my attitude, so they gave the position to Juju instead. He didn't feel ready for it, I guess. He seems like the older brother sometimes, doesn't he? On the other hand, he doesn't speak as highly of you. You caused a lot of trouble for him. Oh, did he say that? Even if he doesn't want to admit, I know he loves me. You care about him too, don't you? You should not try to be inconvenient for him so much. Roy chuckles before nodding, although it almost seems sarcastic. By the way, do you know about your little stalker, the chain guy? He was standing in front of the mansion earlier. Chain, huh? Roy stiffens up. Upon hearing the name, he rubs his chin aside. He seems quite interesting, but my brother doesn't want me killing anyone unrelated. The blind stops before finishing his sentence and snorts. We're really on the same side. But there he goes, upon nearing killing JUNORU instead of getting rid of those annoying zombies. Changed extremists. Apparently, the most obvious distinctions don't matter to him. No use of trying to convince him otherwise. You see, the countries are the root of all this, and he knows that. Which is why he wants to kill Juju and me first. What do you mean? Long story. If I live long enough to see you again, I'll consider telling you then. I wait for JUNORU until it grows late. He never appears. I am forced to give up for the day. I end up staying home the next few days, feeling unexplicitly exhausted. Every night I hear a gunshot in my neighborhood. Articles in today's newspaper reveals deadly worse details about the disappearance victim, such as their corpses suddenly started appearing on the street, having been decomposing for days. The body seems unrelated to the gunshot, but my gut tells me what the police found were the living dead. With Shane making his presence so prominent, I cannot help but worry for the country brothers. Maybe I should pay him a visit tonight. The sky goes dark and cloudy along the way to the mansion. I am glad I remembered to bring my umbrella. As I travel, I realize something. Standing in the small alleyway, I take a quick glance at them. JUNORU is collapsed against the wall. I kneel in front of him, cups his cheeks with my hand. Ju, are you alright? What happened here? My friend doesn't respond. His eyes remain closed. Though the cuts in his clothing, I realize his right arm is missing entirely. Blood slowly dripping out of the wound. The ground is around him is painted red. Although the rain threatens to wash it away. I finally noticed JUNORU has a deep gash on his neck. I instantly remember he once told me that the living dead will die if they were decapitated. In panic, I desperately try to call his name. General, are you still... General, you're still alive, right? Say something. He's awake. I heard I was sleeping. Just about when I'm ready to give up, the man's eyes slowly opened and nearly fell over in relief. Oh my, you almost gave me a heart attack. After taking a moment to observe his surroundings, a pained moan escaped JUNORU's lips. As he tries to stand, I hurriedly lift the umbrella over him. This guy, I apologize for allowing you to witness me in such state. I must have passed out at some point. What happened to you? I was attacked by Chain. I am only thankful he was unable to fully sever my head. I truly believe I would have died today. Even if I fell for your fake death. I pursed my lips while I looked over JUNORU's body. His wound seemed so deep, no normal person could have survived it. I'll help you clean this up. Thank you for your concerns, but I assure you I'm fine. You're starting to sound like Roya. Let me help you, alright? I will treat you. We're so close to your home. Do you have a first aid kit there? Yes. That's an excellent idea. JUNORU turns back to the alleyway and grinds as he leans down to pick up his dismembered arm. His movements are so stiff that I cannot help but to reach down and pick up the arm for him. Miss Sky, I normally keep it in place with the belt, but I'm so sorry for making you deal with this. I place his arm back onto the right thigh and wrap a belt around it to tighten up. JUNORU places his face away while I patch him up, probably feeling embarrassed. We shouldn't stay in the rain too long. Let's head back to your mansion. I open the room around JUNORU and let him lean against me as we walk. It seems like a miracle he can still move, given how much worse his injuries are compared to Roy's back at the school. I leave JUNORU on the couch and proceed to search for a first aid kit. The farthest down the hall I walk, the floor becomes, I begin to suspect I am headed straight into Roy's territory. I turn around and head back. All of these doors look the same. How did you and Roya not get lost all the time? Putting labels above them would make it so much easier. I open a random door and I peer into the room. The walls and floors are stained with a dark liquid. The furniture has been smashed to bits. Judging by the mess, some sort of battle must have taken place. I understand JUNORU warned me not to walk off on my own. Perhaps I should try try looking elsewhere. Sorry if it takes so long to hold on a little bit longer. Do not worry. Oh, I should be the one apologizing for making you search through my house. The first aid kit should be in the kitchen. Please wait a moment while I... Julie, you can barely move. I'll get it for you. But Miss Sky... I walk towards the kitchen and fumble around in the darkness until I step on something. Oh shit. Bodies everywhere! What is this? I step back, somehow managing to locate the light switch. Oh no! The room is stained dark red as if a paint bomb exploded. In here at some point, I started to tremble but managed to calm myself down quickly enough. I searched through the cabinet until I find a small white box containing batteries. What the fuck was that? Hi, baby! Back until I find a white box containing bandages. I hurry back to JUNORU with my hand trying to ignore the blood stain around me. Here we go, I'll try to be quick. I forgot to warn you, but if you saw anything strange in the kitchen, it was from Roya, attempting to cook a normal meal. He told me he wanted to experiment with food. No one was harmed, although I can't say for the same about the poor blender he used. Oh please, that's not a blender. You know for a fact that ain't a blender. Geez, I thought someone had been slaughtered. How could a person be so bad at cooking? He practically made the kitchen explode. Naive. He has never been much of a cook. So it was heartening to see him take your advice and attempt other ways to satisfy his hunger. To be honest, it can be a dangerous enterprise as he is unable to metabolize normal food. The content will instead rot inside of him. A large enough portion could be fatal. Oh, well, I'm sorry to even suggest it. I didn't realize how it would be so serious. I'm pretty sure you knew that, and he knows, because he told you that. JUNORU shakes his head, smiles softly to me. Oh shit. I kneeled beside him, unbuttoned his shirt, then his eyes following my every movement. There's so many scars and stitches. You look so frail. I'm starting to worry I'll only make this work somehow. You never seem to amaze me, Sky. Does this not faze you? Does nothing faze you? Seeing you hurt does. I'm glad I found you. If I was only strong, self-assured as Royal, but hypothetical or meaningless. JUNORU slides down his glove, revealing his scarred hand. It is a pity to see such fair skin blemished all over. I love his face. I grab his hand and hold it both in mine. He glances at me in surprise. You should have more confidence. Even if the rest of the world rejects you, you should at least accept yourself. Miss Sky. He gently squeezes my hand while a long stare captures me. My heartbeat slowly speeds up. I feel his thumb rustling across my fingers slowly as I lean in. Time seems to freeze as I hover over him. Suddenly he takes back his hand and breaks his stare. The book changes makes me feel embarrassed. I pull back and regain my composure. I feel better now. I don't know why in the art style in those like what we saw is different than here. I feel better now. Thank you for your assistance. Of course, it's at least I could do. You know? Oh. Why did I say that? I did that so many times. May I request we stay like this a little bit longer? His voice is pleasantly yet tainted from the touch of sadness. I continue to patch him up while we resume our conversation. To my delight, my friend is truly beginning to open up, sharing his worries with me. JUNORU has been suffering more than I ever realized. I hope I can support him better in the future. Eventually, our discussion shifts to Roya. It has apparently been a full day since he returned home. Why are you so worried about your brother? He seems like someone who can handle himself. Well, it's a long story. Come on, tell me anyways. Roya may seem invulnerable, but he fears death the same way as anyone else. Everything has a beginning and end. He believes his time is coming soon, especially with recent investigations. He has become very careless, and is also part of the reason I asked you to refrain from telling anyone the truth. Again, I apologize for involving you in our mess. That reminds me, I've been seeing Chain around a lot lately. It's too bad we can't work together to take care of the living dead. It cannot be helped. JUNORU's just in and out of consciousness as he lays on the couch. I take the opportunity to wash as much blood off my hand and clothes as I can. Then I spend the rest of the day keeping him company. Miss Sky, will you be able to visit again tomorrow? As much as I like to, I think it's better for you to rest for a few days. Even though you're special, and you still shouldn't push your body too much. You should not begun before giving in to my request. Next day. Holiday feels extremely long when there's nothing going on. Eventually, even the majority of the stores have closed down. Since there's so many people have gone on vacation. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna do a bathroom break. I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. Bye. We'll be right back. I'm back. I put my stuff up and then went to the bathroom. So hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So how is everyone? I hope everyone's doing okay. Okay, just had to get up for a moment. I don't like do stuff. So I'm gonna cut it a little bit. Hi baby, I love you. I wish it would rain. Well, not rain, we had rain. But cloudiness. I want cold weather. Okay. Hold on, can you hear me? Most students are helping out their family businesses. The remaining stores become busier than usual. I have to admit, I feel lonely without company of my classmates. Right it comes. I heard you needed attention or company. I sat on the bench and glanced around the park. Other than a silver-haired boy, there's no one else around. I pull out a small novel out of my jacket's pocket. Bright Days, a sequel to Dark Days. The original story caught my interest, so I'm eager to read the sequel. Even though this title is not popular as the first, it seems to be written for the series fans. Rather than being a new story, it retells Dark Days from the perspective of another character. While I'm lost in the tale, I hear someone dash across the park. It's a silver-haired dude. When I look up, I notice chasing Setro, a boy I met earlier. The man roughly grabs the boy by the scarf, pushing him to the ground. After handcuffing the boy, the chain pulls him up and becomes leading him the way. I cannot even begin to imagine what sort of crime a child like him has committed. Even though I remember him, I decided to stay put. I wonder if he'll be okay. The bizarre rush is so distracting I do not notice when someone approaches me. The hand comes out of nowhere, casually resting on my shoulder. I jump at the sensation. It's brilliant, I knew it. What a coincidence bumping into you here, Miss Cutie. Raya, what brings you here? I thought I'd get some fresh air. Well, the weather is nice. I know I'm doing different voices from. You're lucky you just missed Chain. It's really a good idea to be outside right now. You curious? Brother glances around the park. After confirming there's no one around, he takes a seat beside me. Although I do not mind his company, I always feel awkward with him around. I want to leave, but truly that would be rude. I suppose JUNORU's manage has rubbed off on me. You saw what happened earlier, right? What do you mean? That boy, he was taken care of by Chain. I thought he was looking for me. Do you happen to know why that boy was arrested? He framed him. No, but the fact that he with the gas mask now, meaning the kid's in trouble. Anyway, that stalker seems to know too much about Juju and me. I'm starting to wonder if someone is leaking information about us. Roy smirks at me, his eyes narrowed, but I swiftly shake my head. Oh, come on, Miss Cutie. I didn't think it was you. Chain's been after us since way before we met. Besides, my little cute bro is too much of a worrywart to risk worrying about you, to risk worrying you by telling you everything. I know that what that bastard is up to, and the last thing I'm going to do is let him get his grubby hands on me. Huh? Ro lets out a sigh and glances up at the bright sky. The book you're reading, Bright Days, is good. Characters that barely have a few lines in it, in the first book, actually got to speak their mind. Well, I probably shouldn't spoil it for you. Let me know when you finished reading it. I didn't expect Royal to be much of a reader, but it's nice that we have something in common. Hearing him talk casually makes him seem like a different person. I want to chat a bit longer, but he suddenly stands up and stretches his arm, yawning. I'm starting to feel tired. Staying up for so long always does a number on me. Speaking of which, don't I usually see you at night? Well, that's the easiest time to catch the living dead. We're prettiest under the moonlight, don't you think? Chain may be crazy, but can't you work with the police? They want to put an end to this, too. Isn't it obvious? With stained hands like mine, how could I ever ask the authorities for help? There must be someone willing to help. I don't know how many of those living dead are out there, but you cannot do it alone. Whatever you say, Miss Cutie. Royal waves his hand before walking off. I paid JUNORU a visit the next day, hoping his recovery has come a long way since. I had considered bringing him food, but I ended up taking a few packs of tea leaves just to be safe. On my way to the mansion, I happened to bump into JUNORU himself. To my surprise, he has shopping bags in both hands. JUNORU, shouldn't you be resting? Miss Guy, what a pleasure it is to see you. I've taken rest and recuperated before going out and about, so you need not to worry. I glanced at the contents of his bag. It seems like he bought sweets and other treats. He told me some long ago that it is torture to consume regular food. I cannot imagine what has gone through these past few days. JUNORU glances at the tea in my hand and smiles softly. Did you bring those for me? As always, you are too kind. As always, you are too kind. Shall we head back to the mansion so I can prepare you a cup? Gladly. Would you mind if I invited my brother to our little soiree? He's quite enjoys tea. Go ahead, the more the merrier. JUNORU leads me over to the sofa and ensuring that I'm most comfortable before he heads upstairs. I wonder if the brothers' bond has started to repair itself. JUNORU no longer seems gloomy as he mentions Roya. As a few minutes pass, but JUNORU has not returned. What is taking him so long? Should I check up on him? JUNORU, is everything alright? My shout goes unanswered. I cannot resist the urge to search upstairs. Oh no. I glance into the hallway and notice one door is cracked, and I take a peek into the room. Oh my. I see JUNORU kneeling down, staring at Roya's body in silence. My stomach lurches as I gaze at the blonde who is in an even worse condition than General was back in the alleyway. General, what happened? I step closer to properly examine the situation, and I see a deep cut on Roy's neck. Oh, he got decapitated. Horrified, I turn away and back, step back for, take a step backwards. I just spoke with him yesterday. How did this happen? And we were just starting to come to an understanding. Junoro clenches his fist as tears stream down his cheek. I reached out to offer what comfort I could, not knowing what I could possibly say. He's gonna rage. He slowly rises to his feet and turns away from Roya's mutilated corpse. He struggles to find something to say, lost in his sadness. When it seems like he is about to break down, he pulls me into a tight hug, chin resting on my shoulder. His breathing is ragged. His deep depth of his sorrow is trapped below the surface, trying to force its way through. But what it feels like the first time, General's air of calmness is breaking down right in front of me. Tears roll up in my eyes, blurring my vision. I did not expect Jane to kill him. The elder brother I grew up with always seemed so strong, and what should we do? It's gonna be all mad, but I don't think you should. I don't know what you're thinking about right now, dear, but I don't want I don't want to see you get hurt. Please don't try to take revenge on Shane. General pulls away slowly. I cannot describe the sadness and pain reflected in his eyes. Despite all that he must be feeling, he nods silently, forces a weak smile. Miss Sky, what would I do without you? He wipes away the remnants of his tears with his gloved hand. It seems you only see me at my weakness. I wish it was otherwise. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Thank you for being there. Though I fear I cannot have you stay in this bloodbath. I must see you to Roya's body. I'm so sorry, Joe. You know where to find me if you need anything. Of course. Please take care, Miss Sky. Before I leave, I take one glance at Junoro. Poor guy, losing his brother after all this happened. He's still trying so hard to keep it together. I quietly head home. Spend my time in my bedroom. I can hardly sleep without worrying about Junoro. His sad expression is burned into my mind. Thinking about it makes me want to cry too. My thoughts swirl around the incidents this morning. It is easy to find even more murders than in the paper. I cannot forgive Shane for this. As on cue, I hear something knock against the window pane. Shane's face appears on the other side. He gestures for me to open the window. It takes me a moment to realize what is happening before I walk closer. What are you doing up here? He gestures to me, but I cannot hear anything through the glass. The moment I give up trying to interpret his silence and open the door, he takes the opportunity to step into my room. What do you want this time? JUNORU isn't here. Are you here to kill me too? I need to talk to you. It's so important to you to come through the window. You went to the mansion today, didn't you? Oh, and how do you know that? Were you following your prey to make sure he died? Jane continued staring at me with his cold and motionless eyes. Let me get straight to the point. The only reason I killed those two monsters because they were murderers. Oh shit, did he kill JUNORU too? Why did you need to kill? Couldn't you have called the cops or something instead? I am the cop. Those monsters have killed countless people. They didn't deserve to live. JUNORU is completely innocent, and yet you mutilated him. He's dead too. King narrows his eyes as he glares at me for a moment. He seems to be thinking. I see. What? Whose side are you on? The villagers? Or whose side are you on? The village or theirs? The King leans closer, our face inches apart before I can even blink. I stare at him, frightened to speechlessness as the horrible wounds of kindred brothers flash through my mind. King leans even closer, causing me to fall into the bed as I try to step back. Everyone you know and love will be dead before you realize it. All because of those monsters. You should spare your efforts reporting this to the police. If you twist the story, you'll get to deal with me. This is my last warning. Get in my way, and you'll be just as dead as them. He goes back to the window, glances at me one last time before jumping out. Once he's gone, I swiftly slammed the window shut. Why would he come here to say it? Does he think I'm an accomplice? At the very least, he had assumed JUNORU's dead too. I can't let him find out the truth. No, I think he did say kill those two, so he might have already did it. I sit on my back to think about Chain's words. Since when was I on JUNORU's side? Is it because I shake my head at the thought before dozing him into a sleepless slumber? I wake up with a huge headache. It seems like I will be staying inside today. I make breakfast and turn on the TV, flipping it to the news channel. Another victim was found with strange bite marks on him this morning. He seems to have died sometime between 11 and I nearly choke when I hear this announcement, staring at the screen in disbelief. There was another death? It couldn't be JUNORU's fault, right? He said there was other living deaths here too, so. But in other news, the missing tourists from earlier this month were safely located last night. At least there's some good news today. I knew there weren't any forest demons. Ow, headaches. I should check up on you, but the pain is killing me. Maybe if I take a nap, I'll feel better. The next day, my headache was gone. I wanted to visit JUNORU earlier, but it was hard to get around. The nap did wonders for my headache, but as I head out to visit you, however, I find a newspaper on my doormat. 3 victims with bite marks in the alley. Will these murders ever stop? I think he's continuing his brother's thing while he's upset. I stare at the words confused. What? The number of murders is increasing? I pushed the worry to the back of my mind, began walking. The more often I come here, the easier it is to find the hidden interest. Hey, General! Are you home? I call his name, but like last time, there's no reply. It seems like I will have to look for him again. I began searching the rooms one by one. The other wing of the house, I find an open door and peek inside. There, sitting on the floor, is JUNORU. The scene is exactly the same as last time I was here, except Roya's body was gone. Has he been sitting here all day? I call his name, but JUNORU does not look up or move an inch. I kneel beside him to find and place a hand on his shoulder, but he continues to gaze listlessly at the floor. Jill, are you alright? Panic starts to well up inside me until he finally looks up. Oh, Miss Guy, he whispers as if he barely had the energy to talk. Don't tell me you sat here all day and night without moving an inch. Oh no, I left the bird rest. He yanks his head up again. I gently push his shoulders back so I can look right into his eyes. JUNORU, get a hold of yourself. I know you must be hurting right now, but please, right now you look so lifeless, it's scaring me. I simply do not know what to think anymore. I'm sure Roya doesn't want you to drown in sadness. Oh no, Jane! I thought I killed him already. Jane, you fuck! The sudden voice startles me. As quickly as I turn around, I see Jane standing in the doorway. I nearly gasp when I notice he's carrying a large, freshly sharpened knife in his hand. I had a feel something was wrong when I saw you come out this way. Jane narrows his eyes as he begins to walk in towards us, shifting the weapon in his hand. No, don't do it! I'm not gonna let you hurt JUNORU again. I stand in front of JUNORU, spread my arms out. Move aside. Jane gazes, hardens with anger. My legs start to go numb, but I do not move away from JUNORU. Do you want to go down with him? I won't show any mercy to those who side with those monsters. He points his blade at me while keeping an eye at JUNORU. Kill me then. You have to kill me if you want to lay a finger on JUNORU. I shoot Jane my most determined glare, trying to conceal my fear. If you want to die that badly, Jane raises a blade and aims it at me. I hold my breath. Oh no, it's going to be like the one he takes to the head. Hold my breath, terror nailing me to the floor. My body lurches backwards. In a blink of the eye, it takes me a few seconds to realize JUNORU's between us, blocking me from Jane. Killing an unarmed girl. Killing an unarmed girl. Despicable. Get out of my house. Paying attention now. Well, it doesn't make any difference. JUNORU catches Jane's arm as he makes another swing with his blade. I was willing to consider forgiving you despite what happened to Roya. Call it a misunderstanding. but attacking Sky in cold blood, you are the scum of the earth. Junoru's hands tightened around Chain's arm before throwing his attacker backwards. You will not take something precious from me ever again. Despite everything that's happening, Junoru's words fill me with warmth. I couldn't care less. Let's finish this already. Chain lowers his knife, this time aiming for my friend's leg. Junoru kicks Chain's arms away with a sickening crunch. Without any weapon of his own, however, I worried he would not last long. You can't win like this. Junoru suddenly goes down on the offense, his fist connecting to Chain's arm so forcefully he drops his blade, his other arm striking just as powerful, smacking Chain to the ground. Chain barely seemed affected, shifting back to his feet in the blink of the eye. His foot connects Junoru's stomach, sending my friend backwards as he moved for his blade. He managed to slip Junoru's blind spots and stab him underneath the floor, turning red underneath. I gasped at the scene. I searched for anything I could use as a weapon. In the end, I grabbed the wooden chair from the corner and launched it towards Chain. What the hell? When Chain is caught off guard by my assault, Junoru pulls the knife out of his torso and tosses it away, then grabs the opponent by the shoulder. What? Within Junoru's grasp, Chain still managed to grab his gun and aims it straight at me. I wince. I close my eyes as 2 gunshots echo through the room. With the pain I expect never comes, I open my eyes to find Chain on his knees, and Junoru stands behind him with a bone-chilling stare. I'm sorry. Those reflexes. I didn't think you'd be able to move so well in that condition. Getting killed by you was the last thing I expected. And you, its cold gaze pierces mine. I cannot help but to feel as if I was the one that killed him. The red stain on Chain's shirt grows quickly and he soon collapses. I see a gun dropping on the floor. It was aimed at Chain's direction. Did you turn the gun at the last moment? Junoru kneels beside the other man as he struggles to breathe, but it's not as long before he goes silent and stops moving. I can only watch as my friend removes a glove and closes the dead man's eye. He died right in front of me. I can barely believe it. What just happened? I heard gunshots and when I realized what was about to happen, no, that is not important. Are you alright, Miss Sky? Yeah, I'm alright. If you hadn't stopped them, I cannot bear to watch another precious person be taken away from me. I cannot stand by and let Chain harm you. Why did it have to end this way? We could have worked together. Miss Sky, I'm so sorry I have made this your burden as well. We must move forward as the best we can. The warmth of Junoru's gaze returns as he gives me a small smile. He relieves me to see that he's no longer truly dead, I saw minutes ago. And all of a sudden he begins to collapse, but I managed to catch him before he hits the ground. The bodies he don't know. Yeah? I believe I broke something. You scared me. Do I need to? Miss Sky, I will be fine. My wounds will heal in a few days. You lost a lot of blood though. Better mine than yours. It's a minor concern for me. Are you sure? You look really pale. He always looks pale. In world, in a fair world, I would have had the strength to tend to you, instead leaning on you every time. It's okay, too. The most important is that we're both alive. In the meantime, what should we do about Chain's body? It'd be a problem if anyone reports him missing. As far as I'm aware, he's not working with anyone. Burying him should take care of the problem. For now, may I ask your assistance in helping me to my room? I nod and lend him my shoulder. Once we reached JUNORU's room, I helped them onto the bed. I must apologize for the trouble I've caused you in the last few days, Miss Sky. I'll stop apologizing so much. I am always happy to help you, too. You are quickly becoming a guilty pleasure of mine, Miss Sky. No matter what happens, you always return with a smile. I'm tougher than I look. You're worth fighting for, you. JUNORU blushes at my words, not knowing how to respond. By the way, I read that more murders were happening. Do you know what's going on? It sounds like the living dead are still in the village. Roya was the one who called them, and with him gone, it is only right I should take his place, but I do not know how to pick up where he left off. He never told me about what he was doing because he assumed I did not have the stomach for it. Now I must piece it all together before the whole village is devoured. Thanks for the positive thoughts. Thankfully, that's not the worst case scenario. Miss Sky, if you notice anything strange, please tell me about it as soon as you can. I may need your assistance to put an end to this. Will do. But before you even think about fighting off those living dead, you need to take care of yourself. You really look like you should be dead by now. Oh, is it that bad? I pointed at his torn clothes and wounds. I suppose I should do something about these clothes. That's not really what I meant. JUNORU chuckles and covers up his wounded chest with a sheet. If you would be so kind, could you get the first aid kit for me? Of course. The two of us end up talking until the sun began to set. I made sure to head home before 9 p.m. The following day passes by slowly. It is boring without JUNORU around, but I know I should not be bothering him too much. I hope he recovers soon from the past events. Memories! I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll join my Discord. And I will link it. I'm pretty sure I have it in the description on YouTube. But right now I will put it here for everyone. So if you want to be alerted when I'm live, go to my Discord. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go. Bye.